Hi, my name is Heidi, and in this discussion tonight, I'm just going to go over starting own businesses and what kind of challenges or economic indicators or red flags that I might need to make sure that I pay attention to in starting this business. The type of business that I would like to start would be a medication delivery service. I currently work for a corporation, a large healthcare corporation, but I like the idea of being a little bit smaller, being that I'm in a smaller community and being able to have my own business and be a local owner myself. Why are you starting a medication delivery service? Well, there's many reasons actually. I know there's going to be a lot of challenges, and I know that there's going to be a lot of planning and strategic measurements that I'm going to have to meet in order to establish this business. But I'm ready. I need to make sure that any kind of economic challenges, they're not going to affect the planning or the whole maintaining the business and making it a successful business. The type of business that I'm going to have is a front door to, from the pharmacy to the front door kind of delivery services. It's going to be a convenience for our patients that are immobile or too sick, or post-op surgery patients, or maybe they're just too lazy to leave home. They don't want to leave. They want their services delivered. Right now, we are in a world of delivery services being definitely a growing trend. So it is definitely going to be something that is a growing business. So they're going to have the patients, or excuse me, customers will have an app on their phone that they're able to access, and with this application they'll be able to enter their prescription number, and that'll pop up right on the pharmacy screen. The pharmacy will fill it, and then it'll send an alert to the app so I know that I can pick up and deliver this medication. Once the patient is in that app, they're able to save the pharmacy, any participating pharmacies that they use, it will be saved for future use, so making it easy or more accessible next time that they want to use it. It's going to help definitely promote personal relationships with the patients, customers, and the pharmacy. We definitely live in a smaller town in a bigger city, but I love supporting local communities. And having this type of business, being a local owner myself, I'll also be able to support local pharmacies. And then that money that it's going to generate in revenue, then it will actually put it back into my business, as well as support the revenue that is profited for the community. We definitely know that there's many factors that's going to interrupt the planning of this. Operational costs, you definitely have to think about setting a delivery fee. How much is that service going to cost me? That is something geographically I need to think about the bigger picture as well. Vehicle payment, there's going to be leasing payments, maintenance, insurance, fuel. There's going to be a prescription fee for the app, labor costs or salaries if I have any future employees. Also the pharmacy costs. Is there going to be any pharmacy costs that I need to make sure that I implement all these costs and consider these factors when I'm trying to think of the operational cost. State and law requirements and licensing may be another hinder. Distance and how many how many deliveries on route. Being that we are in a smaller community, there's going to be a little bit more rural routes. On these rural routes, do I need to make sure that I set like a standard fee, or is it going to be a little bit more expensive because of it being rural? Ways to be more efficient is actually I can combine I will be able to combine the orders, and so that I'll be able to make the orders, I'll be able to combine the orders. Once I combine the orders, I can deliver them all at once, making the delivery costs less cost for me in my business. So those are some types of things to consider as well. Types of products. There's also the types of products being that sometimes with medication, some of these medications are commonly abused. And so high security is going to be needed for transportation as well as storage for these. That's something also to keep in cost. Is it going to require me to hire additional security while en route to make sure that there's no burglarize happens to the vehicle? Those are just some things to consider as well. Delivery driver compensation. How much is it going to cost me to pay somebody or myself to do these type of services for these customers? Of course, I can ask Billy Bob down the street to come work for me because I know he'll be cheap, but can he really afford that all-in-one service from beginning to end for the customer. That's what I'm striving to do. Using a non-clinical, non-pharmacy staff, Billy Bob wouldn't be able to give the education to the patient as well as any questions and answer any questions that they may have regarding side effects or dosage or any types of clarification. Using a qualified and certified medical pharmacy staff, it gives a better quality of service, and I'm able to charge more for that service because customers will pay extra for that extra valued service. How much will people pay? There's a price tipping point. That's another consideration. I'm going to have a little bit of research. I need to research the community and find out how much are they willing to pay. What is their time worth to them to pay me to do something they're able to do? I need to make sure whatever I'm charging that I stay in the competitive market value as well, so I don't make my business crash. Doing so is going to require the education and the information and feedback from our community. I could do that by holding conferences, doing advertisements, polls. Those are different types of ways that I could do that services. And from time to time, depending on the fluctuation and inflation and fuel prices, other business economic increases, it may require me to adjust I may have to increase or decrease the cost of the deliveries as well, depending on the economic status at the time. Definitely need to set goals. That is my main thing. Set goals and be organized. Again, why are you starting the medication delivery service, Heidi? What do you want to do about it? Do you want to keep it small, low personalized, or do you want it to get bigger and create a lot more revenue? When you get bigger, there's going to be a lot more cost. You're going to have salaries, more employee costs, taxes, insurances, more capital that you'll have to, vehicles, more fuel. There's a lot more expenses in that. That's something to be considered. Something to me that's very important too is if I do have other employees, I do want to make sure that I do budget my costs in allowing employee reward programs or bonus structures or some type of reward for those employees to make sure that they also love where they're working at, because if you have that, they're going to show it in their work, and then it'll benefit on our business as well. In conclusion, there are definitely a lot of benefits that I mentioned here. It's convenient for the patient, especially when they're immobile, can't get around, or if you're tired or lazy or hungover, whatever the be. It saves the customer time because it's less time that they have to worry about refilling scripts or going to the pharmacy or, going to the grocery store but forgot to go to the pharmacy. They can focus on getting better, feeling better in a healing process. So in conclusion, there definitely is a demand for delivery services in our time now. So what we need to do is to adjust with it. So that's what I feel like the pharmacy delivery service will do. We'll be able to provide a better service in this growing market that's changing our culture. It's definitely the delivery service is the future to retail business, and I want to get a step in that. Definitely these growing trends increase the revenue, not only for our local community, but for not only for my business, but for the local community. So offering personalized care is what makes independent pharmacies like my own stand out, and what makes them different is providing this personalized care for these people. That's what I'm about to do with this business, and that's my intention and my goal for this. Thank you.